All right, man, as we all know at this point, we've now gotten to see this guy Bo Nix play in 5 NFL football games. And while, yes, towards the beginning it was really rough, he has started to get a lot better, and we're finally starting to see him develop into a more similar player that we saw at Oregon, and that's allowed this Broncos offense to actually be pretty solid. He's not making the dumb decisions that he was early on, and he's getting the ball out of his hands to his playmakers, and he's actually being pretty accurate while doing it, and that is extremely promising this early on. I think he's a little bit underrated as an athlete as well, and when you combine that with how he's playing in the pocket, I think the Broncos might have something in Bo Nix. So I wanted to go into his last game against the Raiders and really show you how he was able to play. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright, so on the first play right here, this is literally the first play the Broncos run on offense, and all they're going to run is stops by pretty much everyone with a stick route here, seam here, and then another stop here. And all Bo Nix is looking at is if he likes this leverage up top, let's take this stop. If not, we have this stop to this stop on the bottom of the screen, and that's what Bo Nix ends up reading. He could take this seam if he likes the coverage or he likes the one-on-one matchup, but it doesn't look like he does. So he's looking at the stop on the outside to the stick route on the inside, and what you're going to see happen is right when he sees this corner bailing out, he knows he has this stop underneath him, and right when he sees that, he's going to rip it on number 20's face mask, and the Broncos are able to get 5 yards because of it. It's really good to see your young quarterback just taking what the defense gives you, and that's exactly what Bo Nix does here. Get it out on his face mask. We'll take 5 yards every single time. Put you in a lot better position on second down. Next play here, another great job by Bo Nix. Huge completion to keep the chains moving, and the Broncos are able to get a huge chunk play. So all the Broncos are running right here is a little flood concept. So on the top of the screen up here, we have Marvin Mims running a go. We then have a deep out underneath it. We have the tight end chipping here and getting out in the flat. And then we have Cortland Sutton coming behind everything on a deep dig. And all Bo Nix is looking at is 1 to 2, high, low, and then coming back to his 3 here. And then his running back is also getting out right here as his final check down for his number 4. And what you're going to see happen right here is it's going to play out exactly how you want it to. Bo Nix takes the snap, takes his drop, and you can see that this corner drives down on the flat, and that leaves a huge window for Bo Nix to throw this into. Now, maybe you'd probably like to see Bo Nix stay in the pocket right here. You have a decent pocket, stand in there, and let's rip this football. You can see that it's going to be open, but instead he feels pressure, gets out, keeps his eyes downfield, and then sees it and rips it and still puts a great ball on the receiver for a big gain. I just would have liked to see him get the ball out a little bit earlier from the pocket. But he still finds a way to make it work. He's a young quarterback, and he'll get better at stuff like this. But watch it right here. Take his drop. You have a clean pocket. No reason to get out here. If anything, just step up in it. Your pocket's great. Just step up in that pocket, see the open guy, and rip it. But instead, he feels the pressure from his backside. Get out. Keep your eyes downfield on the run. Puts it right on the receiver's chest. Huge chunk once again, big-time completion. Next play here, another amazing job by Bo Nix. I love his ability to step up in the pocket right here, keep his eyes downfield, and then deliver a great ball on the move. All the Broncos are running right here is a super simple concept that I like a lot. They have Cortland Sutton up top being used as a clear out, so he's just running a go, trying to get all of these guys pushed back, because what you have underneath it is a drag with a deeper crosser on top of it, and all Bo Nix is really reading is high-low here, 1 down to 2, and if he doesn't like either one of those, he also has his tight end getting out right here as his third option, but he's not going to need to take that. So watch Bo Nix right here. I love this from him, and you're going to see how it plays out. So, plays developing. Obviously, you have Cortland Sutton running the go. You have the drag, has a step on 39, but whenever Bo Nix is looking at this drag right here, he's probably about to throw this, but he feels pressure from his backside, and this time he actually is getting a lot of pressure. So he steps up in the pocket, keeps his eyes downfield, and when he steps up, it makes this flat player come this way for some reason, and that allows a big window to open right here. And right when Bo Nix sees that, on the move, rip across his body on the receiver's face mask for a massive chunk. So watch it from this angle right here. You're going to see the pressure from his left side. He's going to have to step up here. Keep your eyes downfield. You see it, rip across body, maybe a little bit behind him because you did throw it cross body, but still on the receiver's face mask, and it leads to a huge gain. Next play here, touchdown Broncos. Not only do I love the design, but I also love Bo Nix getting through his reads really fast right here. So all the Broncos are running is they have an out from Josh Reynolds. They then have a dig on the back line of the end zone behind that. And they also have the tight end coming out and chipping and settling down right around here as your third option. So all Bo Nix is really looking at is 1 here, 2 to here, 3 to here. And then for the check down, you have this fullback getting out, and he's just going to sit right here, and he's going to look for somebody to block because you have the running back running right behind him on his swing. And this is a beautiful way to set up a screen type of check down. So if you do throw your check down, it has a better chance of actually getting some yardage. So you're going to see it play out right here like it should. Bo Nix is going to look through his progressions. Doesn't like the out, doesn't like the dig. So he gets back to his bubble really quick because he sees there's not much over to the right side of the screen. And that allows McLaughlin to have time to catch the football, get upfield, and then reach in for a big-time touchdown to really start making this game turn in the Broncos' favor. So watch Bo Nix get through his progressions really fast right here. Don't like the out, don't like the dig, ball. Simple, easy, great job reaching in for the touchdown. Let's go. Next play here, we get another super simple concept. All the Broncos are running are 2 crossing routes. One from him, one from Sutton, and Bo Nix is literally just reading one or the other. And then if he didn't like that for some reason, he has a check down from his tight end, just getting out and kind of settling down right here. And then you also have Troy Franklin clearing out on a go. But what you're going to see happen is Bo Nix is going to see Marvin Mims pop open right at the beginning of the play because the Raiders have a bit of a coverage mishap. And what you're going to see happen is he's looking at Marvin Mims, but he's not able to throw it because this linebacker's underneath it. And by the time Marvin Mims passes that linebacker, it gets kind of congested and he's not really able to throw it. You can see him kind of stuttering the ball, doesn't know what to do with it. And because of that, everyone ends up getting covered up. But what he does is just keep his eyes downfield and he keeps looking. And then he sees Troy Franklin come open on the left side of the screen. Not exactly sure how he got his eyes back over here, but he did. And he delivers an absolutely perfect football. And Troy Franklin just drops it right in his arms. Couldn't have thrown a better ball. I wish Troy Franklin could have caught this, of course. Would have saw the connection come back from Oregon. You see Bo Nix looking. Doesn't see anything open. He sees that crosser. Isn't able to throw it. Comes to the other crosser. It's not open either. And then somehow gets back to Troy Franklin. Sees that he's open. Rip. And bam. Troy Franklin. You got to find a way to come down with that football, bro. Drops it. It sucks. Got to move on to the next play. Next play here, and I absolutely love this from Sean Payton. I love the design, and Bo Nix does a great job of executing it. So all the Broncos are running here is a big play action to the right, and then Bo Nix is going to roll out this way, and they're going to have this guard over here, 74, pull like it's run, run, run this way, stretch, or wide zone this way, and that's going to really make these linebackers lock into the backfield and think it's run. But instead, they're going to run play action, and you're going to have Cortland Sutton running a deep pylon route. You're going to have this tight end running a underneath little drag, and then you have this guy coming in the middle of everything on a crosser, and it's just called a levels concept, and Bo Nix just reads this high to low. So 1 here, 2 here, 3 here as he rolls out. Really, really easy, and it's going to work out to perfection. You usually throw your number 1 read on this play, and that's what's going to end up happening. You get the play action. You get these guys coming down, so Bo Nix is able to get outside of it. You have these linebackers way in here because you have this guy pulling, so they're thinking run, run, run. And then all Bo Nix has to do is get his eyes around and find the open guy, and his number 1 read is there, wide open, with a ton of grass to run in, dump it off to him on his chest, and let him do the rest. Outsetting design, play call, and execution, exactly how you want an offense to be run. This is a great job of putting your young quarterback in an easy position to succeed. And man, is it beautiful to watch. You get the play action. Those linebackers are thinking run. I mean, look how far they're coming down into the gaps. By the time they realize they have no shot, the dude's wide open. Easy throw, big yardage. Let's go. Next play here, another great job by Bo Nix in my opinion. All the Broncos are running is they have a switch release stops right here. They have a stop from the running back out here. Then they have fade from Cortland Sutton and a fade from this inside receiver right here. And the way Bo Nix reads this, obviously, is if he likes this pre-snap, he can take it. Or if he likes this pre-snap, he knows he can take it. And with one high safety and with man coverage, I like Cortland Sutton one-on-one, and Bo Nix does too. So what you're going to see happen right here is Bo Nix is going to look to the right of the screen to make sure this safety stays put in the middle of the field or even drifts over to the right a little bit. And that's exactly what you see happen. So watch Bo Nix here. Looks over to the right. He has to get that safety drifting a little bit. That safety starts drifting. Bring your eyes straight back to the left. Rip it. Give Cortland Sutton a chance. Perfect ball. Cortland Sutton goes up and makes a crazy catch for another huge chunk. When you get opportunities to have your good players in one-on-one situations, you want to take it. Look to the right, move that safety, come back, throw it, right on the money. Boom. Great job by Cortland Sutton getting space, toe tapping for a big chunk. Next play here, what you're going to see is Bo Nix's best throw of the game and probably one of his best throws of the year so far. And all the Broncos are running is that concept that they ran earlier where they have two crossing routes here and here, and Bo Nix is literally just reading between the two. If you didn't like these crossers, though, for some reason, you also have this guy getting motion across into the flat, and you have this tight end coming across in this other flat on a drag. So if you didn't like these crossers, you could come down to these as checkdowns, but what you're going to see happen right here is Bo Nix is going to get the play action, and just watch this, man. Absolutely beautiful. You see the crossers, which one's open. You see Cortland Sutton getting stumbled a little bit. You see Josh Reynolds has a couple steps on this DB, but this guy is underneath it. So if you're going to throw this, you've got to throw a perfect lofted two ball right over his head. And man, does Bo Nix do this. He puts this ball on the absolute money. Man, you could not put that ball any better in the corner of the end zone for a touchdown. Absolutely outstanding job. If you leave this ball too low, it's picked off. If you throw it too high, it's overthrown. Bo Nix puts it in the perfect spot, and you can see it right here. He's looking at both of them. Josh Reynolds is more open than Cortland Sutton. He has a few steps. This is wide open in the NFL. All you got to worry about is this guy right here dropping underneath it. And Bo Nix, right when he sees that guy underneath it, gives it some air right over his head in the breadbasket for a touchdown. Absolutely outstanding job.